What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing guys a brand new video. We're gonna be doing a mid fade on my boys, so stay tuned. We started off by saturating the hair and combing everything in place, making sure everything is nice and laid down. Now that we're done cleaning up our canvas, we can move on to our Gold FX and create our first guideline. We want to make sure we contour this guideline to the head shape. Now that we're done botting them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. You want to make this guideline around an inch thick so you can spread the blend. Once you're done setting that guideline, you're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. We're then going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. Now that the line is soft enough, we can move on to our half guard and erase the line completely. You always want to make sure you use your corners and its lever. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below or follow my Instagram. Now that we're done with the lower guards, we can move on to our two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. We're then going to soften up this line and get ready for the 1.5 guard. As you guys can see, now that we're done softening up the line with the 2 guard, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Sometimes there's still a faint line after using your 1.5 guard, so switching over to your 1 guard all the way open and using its corners will definitely help. Now we're going to use our clipper oval comb method to debulk the sides and complete the silhouette. Make sure to use your horizontal cuts to debulk and your vertical cuts to blend. Now I'm gonna go back to my previous guards and detail as much as possible. Man, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, man. Appreciate it. Now moving on to my 3 guard all the way open, and I'm going to flick out as much as possible near the parietal ridge. Here I'm going back to my 1 guard all the way open, and I'm detailing using the corners. Now before we use our foil shaver, we're going to go ahead and apply some shave stick so that he doesn't bump up. We're using our foil shaver to remove all the stubble, and we're flicking out as much as possible near our first guideline. Now that we're done with the fade, we can move on to the front line, and before we start lining him up, we're going to go ahead and comb everything down and debulk with the 1 guard all the way open. Now that we're done debulking this hairline, we can move on to our Gold FX and start off at the middle, working our way to the sides. You also want to make sure you go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair's going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. You also want to keep the vertical bars and corners as natural as possible, because if not, then it won't look right. Now that we're done lining him up and detailing the fade, we can move on to the top of the capitus and create our first guideline throughout the middle of the head. We're then going to use that same guideline to cut to the sides and match everything evenly. You always want to make sure that the hair is nice and saturated so you can get its true length. When using your shears, you want to stay as consistent as possible, and you also want to cut at a certain angle when you're cutting near the parietal ridge, because you want to make sure you blend into the top. Now that we're done with our shear work on top, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Derby premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below. When you're using the razor, you want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and use your opposite hand to stretch the skin as much as possible. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone.